talk about bidding laws. Just been hired new superintendent, and you find out when you get there that your district needs a new suburban. What do you need to do? What's the process that you go through? How do you handle that? Or maybe you get there and find out that you have to order all of your teachers' computers. Do you need to follow the same process? There's a few things that we need to think about that we'll talk about as we go through the bidding laws or competitive bidding laws. But there's one number, a big number that you really need to keep in mind, and that number is 20,000. If the purchase of those computers or the Suburban, which definitely will be, is over $20,000, then there is a specific law that you have to follow. That's Kansas Statute 721151. If you go looking for this, you may also find it under 2016 Statute 726760. And these are the competitive bidding laws. It says that no expenditure greater than $20,000 for construction, reconstruction, remodeling, or for the purchase of material goods or wares may be made without following the guidelines of the competitive bidding process. So let's just jump right in and look at that process real quick. The first step is the district. Usually the superintendent needs to write a detailed, condensed, and clear bid specifications to send out. It needs to be condensed, but not very, very detailed. Don't go down to the last screw or the last specifications. The second thing you need to do is send those out to several vendors, at least three. Shoot for three. Allow enough time for the vendors to submit sealed bids. And then you have to set a specific time and a place for opening those bids. That needs to be in public, needs to include at least 2 personnel from the school. When you open the bids, you select the lowest bid from a responsible bidder, and that's important. But you also then have to send out a bid summary and a letter of acceptance or rejection to the vendors. Some concerns, things to think about as you do that. Avoid negotiation. You can't open up the envelopes and say, oh, we really like this company better. Let's see if we can get them to bring theirs down a little bit. Can't do that. Can't accept late bids. Late bids actually should be returned to the vendor without even opening them. If during the bidding process, a vendor comes back and says, hey, we found this error in your bid specification sheet, you need to fix that and then resend it to all vendors. You can't just let that one vendor know and kind of give them the heads up. You also can't grant preferential treatment to local contractors. We want to take care of our own people. We want to take care of our stakeholders, but we can't bend the rules for that. The things that aren't included in this are services, materials related to curriculum, fuel for transportation, food items, and items needed to operate your nutrition programs, natural gas for your building, things like that. Those are some of many, so you can look some of the others up. There is one way to help schools out, and that's purchasing co-ops. These do the legwork for you. Some examples are the state of Kansas actually offers contracts through companies that they've already made agreements with. Greenbush has a great purchasing cooperative that you can work with. They go out and get those bids for Suburbans, buses, athletic surfaces, furniture, HVAC, groundskeeping equipment, all of those things. They take some of that work off of you. And one last thing, when you can, keep it under 20K. Kind of a joke, but it's also kind of not. If you can break things up over years and keep that under there, that gives you a little bit more flexibility and a little more freedom. Hope that helped. Have a great day.